What's up, you guys? Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of the Makayla D Report, and I'm your host, Makayla Nicole. So, this is a podcast where I have conversations with real people and real entrepreneurs about their business ventures and what's happening in the blogs. So, today's guest is a photojournalist, he's a graphic designer, and he's an all around creative. So today's guest is Dan the cameraman.
Hey, the cameraman is crazy.
So, what inspired you to start your brand Weird Looks?
So me and my homies, we are into shoes, and so we was like, hey, we need to open up a shoe store, and we were always like throwing out names, and all the names were taken, and I was like, Weird Looks. What about Weird Looks? They was like, it's alright. And so I was like, I'm gonna keep it to myself. And so that same day, I went on my I changed my gamer tag. Now I changed to Weird Looks. I was going on the game, I'm like, hey, y'all make sure y'all remember this name, Weird Looks, Weird Looks. But at that time, it was more so like merch, like clothing brands. I don't know what I was doing with it, but I just kept the name. And so that's what inspired the name Weird Looks. But what I started doing was like when I started to transition into like diving into deeper meaning of life was when I had a conversation with my dad, and it was like he wasn't listening to me. I'm like, Dad, just listen to my perspective or see it from my perspective. And so I'm like, perspective, Weird Looks. It kind of combined, and I was just like, okay, I can put this with the photos I take of people on the streets. So that's what kind of inspired me with Weird Looks, and that's how I got into being a photojournalist.
And I'm so happy that you talked about the documentaries or the photos that you take while you're on the street. Because first of all, I love that series. I think it's like such a unique sort of thing that you don't really see. Like you see a lot of people doing like street interviews talking about certain stuff, but you don't really see like organic people sitting down having conversations with real people about real things. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just glitz and glam people. Like it's everyday people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I really love that. And I'm happy that you said that because that goes into our next question. So why is it important to you to highlight everyday people in your documentary series?
Honestly, so I went to Nashville downtown first time, and I had my camera, and so I took my first photo of a homeless person who was outside of like McDonald's, and I was like, hey, can I just take a photo of you? And he wasn't attractive at all, like missing teeth. You can tell he was homeless. And then I just like, that was my first photo. And then that same night, I just saw other people like him on the streets, and I was just taking their photo. And so I would post them on my Snapchat, and people was like, yo, you need to just continue, you doing this. And so I did, and I went to Jackson, Tennessee. I explained a couple people what I was doing. That was like, you remind me of doing Humans in New York. And so I did research on that, and then I said, okay, this is what I do. And I was trying to find a pathway to like make it more meaningful instead of just being a photo. And so I was like, okay, I need to get that story. And so I went to Nashville again, and I just noticed like how everybody just like walked past them. And I just felt like they were invisible, and I just went up to talk to them, and I found out like they were just regular human beings, you know what I mean? And so that's what kind of like inspired me to like just talk to them to get their understanding, you know what I'm saying? Because I know everyone makes mistakes, and I feel like I haven't dived into that part yet because I'm scared to ask them.
Why?
I don't know.
I like what you just said though, because like usually when people think about people on the street, people like it's in their head they're probably on the streets because they did drugs or they
for sure
doing something bad that is gonna that led them to this point, not knowing that they could have maybe mental illness, you know what I'm saying?
For sure,
So they ran away from their family, and their family has tried many times to help them, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so this is like the last resort, or they may be on drugs and they really need some help, you know what I'm saying?
Sure,
You're judging their lifestyle, but they really need help, and so it's like the fact that you are like, let me still talk to these people and make them feel human, because they are human.
No,
you know
they
what
are
I'm
for
saying?
sure,
like that's really dope. So.
And by the way, I recently did another one. I recently did a video of it. I haven't posted, but it was this homeless person, and he was just like reminiscing about the dreams he wanted to have. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, man, I just see myself in my garage with a 70-inch TV, just watching all the sports. And that just like kind of hit me a little bit more, like just be more grateful and just understand where you at.
Right.
But yeah.
For sure. No, that's dope. And you need to start doing that, then. Like,
Doing what?
like you were saying, talk to them about their backstory.
True.
Like, yes, that's.
Yeah.
I love what you're doing, but I feel like that would just hit home in certain spaces. You know what I'm saying?
Bet. I got you.
Do that because they don't realize some of these people are just like, they probably came from some of the same backgrounds that we came from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they ended up here because of the life choices that they made.
Exactly.
So you
right.
never know how that testament can help
Someone else.
You know?
For sure.
So think about it. Okay, but so what made you start taking graphic design seriously?
I was kind of forced, honestly. I picked up a camera. When I got the camera, I was like, I didn't know what I wanted to do with the camera. So I was forced to understand photography, videography, and then I got hired by Lane, and they was like, you're now a digital media specialist, so you got to create graphics, you got to do this and do that. And so I went on YouTube, just started like doing all the tutorials that was on there, and that's how I started taking it serious. And then I became good at it, and then people just started like, I like your work, but that's how I took it serious. So
yeah. No, and I was gonna say that too because I saw you posting it was like an athletic director from some other school that was like posting your work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, how does that make you feel? Like when people are seeing your work and it's specifically for your job, for where you work.
Right.
But it's like people from all these different places are admiring your work. Like, how does that make you feel?
It feels.
And then TikTok too, because I was like, hold on, girl.
No, for sure.
I did my research when it was time to write these questions. So I was
For real?
I didn't realize he was going up like that on TikTok. You ain't say nothing.
It makes me, it feels good to see my work, get spread around in a positive way. Because it does take hours to do certain stuff, and sometimes people just overlook it and you just created that in two hours. But when other people share it, when I see other people say this is fire, this is dope, it makes me feel good because I actually put time into it. And speaking of TikTok, I seen someone post a tutorial on how to create graphics, and it went viral, and I'm like, okay, let me do this. And then I did that one time. My first few, they went viral, and I was like, okay, I need to continue doing this.
Yeah. Last question for our guest interview portion is, where do you see your brand going in the next 5 to 10 years?
That's a good question. 5 to 6 years from now, I see where it looks I want my multi-consultant media business. I don't know if that makes sense. So it's a consultant combined with media production, create our own films, cross sound. I kind of want to build it like that, but it's surrounded around creative work, fashion, where people can learn how to edit, where people can do their podcast that I build, and it's still you know what I mean? I feel like that's what I want my business to be at in 5, 6 years from now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it because it's gonna happen.
I appreciate that.
All right. So guess what time it is?
What time is it?
It's shot o'clock.
Hey. Let's see what you got in the cup, man.
All right. Okay. So this is a segment of the show where I try to give my guests a little lit and get into their business.
Okay. Bet.
So we're gonna play a card game. Okay. And Dan here does not drink.
I do not drink.
So we're doing it a little different today. In the shot cups, I ain't gonna show y'all for real, but I'll show you the shot cups. In the shot cup today we have, because I don't want him to see what's in. So we have lime juice in some of them, lemon juice in some of them, and hot sauce in some of them.
Hot sauce is crazy.
So we're gonna randomly choose. Honestly, I switched up, so I don't even know which one is which. Okay.
So what if I opt out? What is?
Then you have to take the shot or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So you're gonna read the card. Right, we're both gonna choose 5 cards, and then we're gonna alternate, take turns. We're gonna read the cards and do the dare on the card. Okay. So if you do the dare on the card, then you're good.
Okay.
If you don't want to do the dare on the card, then you have to take the shot.
Take the shot. Okay. Bet.
All right. So you ready?
Yeah, I'm down.
All right. Choose your 5.
All right, bet. Can I look at them as I'm picking? Oh, that is wild.
Stop.
All right. 3, 4, 5. I've been not getting that crazy,
So
bro.
don't look at them until
All
you pick it up, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'll do the same. I'm just gonna choose the top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Bet. Why don't you get all the easy ones?
Come on, don't do that. I kind of like skimmed them, so all of them are kind of
Oh
got a
my
little edge,
God.
so-
Okay.
All right, so choose your. You want me to go first, or you gonna go first?
We can rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
Just do one. The winner go
first.
second.
Go second.
Yeah.
What?
The winner goes second. The loser go first.
All right then. All right, so you go first.
Text someone who didn't text you for your most recent birthday, calling them out for it. Forget it.
You have any friends that didn't call you, they didn't say happy birthday?
I don't
Do you
know.
keep track of that type of stuff? Like if somebody doesn't say happy birthday to you, you're like, I remember that.
Yeah, for real. Like, yeah, of course.
I do too. So.
But it's like, it's friends that like, high school friends, not no friends I text on a
Okay,
daily
so hit 'em
basis.
up. Like, what's going
But
on?
I'm
Like, still, that's my special day. We was friends at one point.
I got you. I don't know if they gonna answer or not. I'm a FaceTime.
Try someone else? Yeah. Alright, I don't know who, bro. I need to look at my yearbook. If you call one person, then we'll just call it. Okay. And you did forget, so you gotta fix that. Bet. Oh, come on, I'm a big E. They're not gonna answer, bro.
You tried. I'll accept it. Cause
Bet.
they gonna call you back like, what's wrong?
On me, for real. Who is this?
Okay, alright, so I choose one. Alright, it says, okay, let me choose.
Nah. Oh, you cheating, bro. Take a shot, man.
Alright, oh, so this one says, drink a liquid of your choice out of your shoe.
Oh my God.
I'll just take a shot, because I definitely cheated a little bit, and I know what to do that with, so. I'll take a shot. I don't know if it's lemon or lime, but it's fun.
Post a very obvious Photoshop picture on your story and caption it feeling good. I can't do that right now, but I will.
Do you have like Facetune or something?
What's that?
It's like the editing app. All right, just take a shot.
Let me look at the textures.
Don't do that.
This is hot sauce.
Do you want your water?
Please.
Okay. I actually did you want something to drink. You could have got some orange juice or something to wash
But
it
that
down
wouldn't,
with.
I don't feel like orange juice was the right choice for this anyway.
Gotcha.
Alright. What type of hot sauce is it?
Sriracha.
This shit gonna be hot, bro.
It is.
I'm a G though.
Period.
Oh, they're good. It's like ketchup.
That is good. Ugh.
Oh, we.
Go crazy.
Dang. Oh my God.
Are you okay? You want some bread? Sure I can smell it, so I know it's hot. I smell
Oh,
it.
we.
Okay.
Wait. How many more hot sauces up there?
One more. It's 2 of each. 2 lemon, 2 lime, and 2 hot sauce.
Bet.
So this says, text a couple and ask if there's room for a third. I just don't even know. All right.
Oh my God.
Oh, this is hot sauce. Yay.
Good.
I think this one is fine.
You gotta drink as much as I did. You barely drunk. Ate some. Okay.
It's not that bad, actually.
It's an aftertaste for me though.
It's kind of sweet a little bit.
Sweet. Probably because you have lime or whatever.
The aftertaste is bad.
Alright, this is the third one. Go into your recent deleted album into your camera roll and show the group what you got stashed away. I don't know, this is crazy, bro. So yeah, that.
Okay.
Bet.
Did you like take a picture, like a screenshot or of that?
I think I was just trying to be cool.
Okay.
I don't know. Does that count? Alright, bro.
Oh, that is so great. Repeat the last 2 dares that were drawn before your turn.
Let's go.
All right, let me see. Yours was go into the. What was my last one?
Text a couple.
Oh my God. All right, let me look at my recently deleted. I delete my recently deleted too after I delete stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it may not be anything in there for real.
That means you gotta take a shot.
Don't do that. I don't want to take no more shots. Oh, that's fine. This was today.
Okay. That's valid.
All right.
Y'all text a couple.
Let me see, cause I'm not that type of person. I'm not gonna break up no happy hoes out here. Talk about is there room for a third.
Oh, you can put in quotations. This is just a joke from a podcast. Marketing. Tune in to watch it.
I'll just go take a shot.
Oh,
but I did one of the daters, so does that count?
I'll give you some leeway, bro.
I'll take. Yeah, I did one.
I'll give you some leeway.
All right, I appreciate that.
So it's on me. Show everyone your saved Snapchats. I don't got anything crazy in there.
Snapchat really used to be popping, but
Nah.
I feel like people don't really be on there for real no more.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
We grown ups now.
Right. Ain't that sad? Okay.
Yeah.
Pictures of you working, it looks like.
How far should I go?
You're good.
All right.
All right, so it's my turn. All right. Ask a coworker if they know a good dealer in the area.
And this got to go on speaker.
Actually, I have one.
Oh my God.
They gonna be like, what? They might miss.
You gotta call your principal.
No, definitely not.
Oh my God.
I'll just take a shot.
Oh my God.
Because here's the thing about my job. Stuff circulate too quickly. Like when something
For sure.
happens, you don't understand, then everybody, so I just don't even want those problems. So
Okay, I respect that. Last one. Post an Instagram story of your face taken from below with the caption, "Is this what people see when they go down on me?" Should I do that?
it's up to you.
Let's see. Hell nah. I'll take a shot. Oh.
So now I'll just take the shot. So let's hop into the next segment. This is a segment of the show that I call Blog Talk. Okay, so this is a segment where we talk about what's happening in the blogs today. And yeah, it's some trending topics. So, you ready to talk about them?
Let's do it.
All right, so the first one is about Blueface. Anytime Blueface is in the blogs, it's never good.
It's never
a
good.
good thing.
Never.
It's never good. So he's in the blogs today because he recently had some strippers at his house, okay, with his 6-year-old son present. And so while the strippers were there, I guess he was thinking that his son was going to enjoy the show, but he's a 6-year-old boy, So he was like ignoring the strippers. And so Blueface goes on to ask his son, like, are you gay? Because he wasn't excited about the strippers. So my question for you, first of all, like, what's your thoughts? Do you think that's appropriate? Do you think that's okay?
I mean, of course it's not okay. You know what I mean? But I feel like Blueface is in the wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? Even asking the kid like about his sexuality. Honestly, kid probably don't even know what male versus female is. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. And him being 6 years old, he probably don't understand, or he can't decipher what a stripper is. So I feel like Blueface is in the wrong for that for sure.
Yeah.
Let me get your thoughts on it. What do you think?
I mean, I feel like, why do you even bring some strippers around a 6-year-old child?
Exactly right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why is that the type of thing that you want your child to be exposed to at 6 years old?
Right.
I feel like that's kind of insane within itself. But like you said, yeah, I definitely feel like it's weird. Like,
for sure.
For you to, first of all, put your child in this predicament, and then not only that, he got millions of followers, and he records it, and like, I don't know whether he thought it would be embarrassing or not, but that's embarrassing. Like, that's
But it's
almost
his kid, though. You know what I mean?
But to put your child on the internet talking about, are you gay because you're not enjoying, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's embarrassing.
For sure.
So it's like, why would you, because I know at that age you don't really know, but it's like, if why would you even, you know what I'm saying?
But the crazy thing is the video gonna be on the internet for a very long time.
Forever.
Yeah.
Forever. People will always be able to go back because stuff like this, people are doing
For sure.
podcasts on it, so they're gonna be clips, forever that are, talking and circulating about what he did. You know what I'm saying? So I just
Right.
feel like that's terrible, ridiculous. And then not only was Blueface there, but the mama is Jadon, whatever her name is. She was there too, and I feel like take the kid away from both of them, honestly.
CPS? Is it CPS?
Get them, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And
there's evidence though, right? Well, is that bad?
It's not illegal.
It's not illegal.
As long as, because they weren't doing anything that they showed, at least inappropriate to the little boy, so
Okay.
they can't really get in trouble for that. So,
Well,
just bad parenting. All right, so topic number 2, an Ohio man versus Orlando police, okay?
Okay.
So, an Ohio man was charged with first-degree murder after placing a police officer in a chokehold. So let me read the post because I want to go more into depth so you can know the full story. Because when I first looked at the headline, it was like, oh, that's a lot. But after I kind of read the headline a little bit, or the caption of what really happened, I was kind of like, I don't know, how to feel, you know?
Yeah. But you've been a reporter. How do you feel about certain stuff like this?
I have strong opinions, you know. I do have strong opinions.
Yeah.
And I feel like right is right and wrong is wrong. And in this situation, I feel like he was kind of in the wrong. You know, but I feel like there.
Wait, who was in the wrong?
I don't want to, because I don't
Okay,
want to
okay.
sway your opinion. So let
Okay.
me just read the caption.
All right.
Okay, so Edward Hariston of Ohio was charged with attempted first-degree murder of a law enforcement officer, resisting arrest with violence, battery on a law enforcement officer, and disorderly conduct. Police responded to the airport's Spirit Airlines ticket counter for reports of a large group of people becoming aggressive with staff. When officers arrived, they witnessed several groups of people shouting at the airline staff members, with some patrons entering the space behind the counter. One of the aggressors, identified as Harrison, reportedly assaulted an employee. Do you think that the crime fit the punishment?
Attempted murder is...
It was several, like attempted murder. What did they say? Assault of an officer.
Battery.
Yeah, I get that one. But attempted murder. Let's just stick
I
with
think
that
that's
one, since
OD,
the one
honestly,
that was,
though. But it's cool when they do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And that's the part that I was gonna get to, because like in the comments, that's what most people were saying. Like, in a lot of situations, especially when it comes to police trying to, you know, reinforce the situation with the African American, male or female, they use aggressive force on them, you know. And so a chokehold is a very common thing, you know what I'm saying, that you would probably see in an incident between a police officer and a black man who they're trying to restrain, you know.
For sure.
So it's like you said, it's cool when they do it, you know. So, you know, and then you don't see a lot of times either police get charged for attempted murder in this sort of situation.
So did he get arrested? He got arrested, right?
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, bro. It's just, I don't know. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure he's going to get charged quickly too, by the way.
For sure,
If the roles were reversed, it would take years, you know, for the trial to even get started.
I know you was talking earlier, but like, how do you feel about it?
I think that attempted murder is definitely OD.
It's very OD.
I think that's OD. But do I think that assault of an officer is, especially if they were already being rowdy in the airport, you know?
And I'm pretty sure like everyone was like kind of agitated.
Right.
Dealing with Spirit.
Right.
Why you laughing?
Because you said dealing with Spirit.
I said, a lot of people complain about Spirit.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, but I feel like being in the airport in general is already a hectic situation, because it's you want to make sure you're going to the right terminal, you know, you want to make sure you got all your stuff, you want to make sure, you know, you're in the right area, you might be running late, you know what I'm saying? People don't really want to answer your questions, so it's like, it's already kind of
chaotic.
Yeah, chaotic anyway, so if somebody's coming and they're already causing trouble, you know, I do get it, you know, but I definitely think that, aggravated assault was OD, you know, and I feel like
attempted murder was OD.
Murder, yes, yeah.
Battery is kind of understandable, you know what I'm saying? Regardless if it was right or wrong, but...
And then he hit the employee and the officer, too.
Yeah.
I do get it, but I definitely think attempted murder is a little wild.
I want to know, like, what happened for, like, the crowd to be agitated as well, and then for him to go behind the desk. I don't know, what do you think happened?
They were saying that they were upset, I think, with the service, Spirit or something like that. So it was like a group of people that were like retaliating against the employees. I think.
What do you think was like delayed flight or no refund or something like that?
Maybe, because a lot of that stuff has been happening here recently, quite often. Yeah, delayed flights and cancellation of flights and stuff like that. Because I think there's a shortage of like workers or pilots or something like that.
Oh, I thought it was a while ago where pilots did a strike. A strike, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, strikes don't just last 2 days.
No, it don't.
No, I'm just being funny. But yeah, I think they might still be some people striking her. Maybe they quit.
Maybe it's just spirit. I don't know.
It might just be spirit, you know.
I don't have a problem with deltas. I don't have a problem with
I'm
delta.
crying. Don't do that.
It's AKA, so that's why I said
Right. Let's just come on now. All right. So, but do you think this generation, though, speaking of what happened, you know, do you think this generation have lost their fear of the police, though? And I say that too because this is not the only instance where you have seen like civilians like kind of coming at the police a little bit, and to me that's like mind-boggling a little bit, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I still tense up around police, you know.
Is this generation scared of the police? I would say no. You can see it on TikTok. You can see where kids are just like verbally assaulting the officers. They stand up for their rights now. So I think all this stuff is just combined and you know, I think, which is a good thing, honestly, though, because the more that the people unite, the less harm that the police can do to us. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Do you think they?
I feel like they're not scared of nothing no more. I feel like this generation is not scared of anything. You know, I feel like they don't respect authority.
What do you think is the root to it? Do you think it's like social media?
It started at home. No,
it's home?
Parents, 12 years old, you know what I'm saying? And so they want to be they want to be friends with their kids, and they don't respect nobody. Because I feel like if you don't start at home, you know, knowing that this is the authority, you know, my parents, they are authority, you know, and respecting them, you know, and having a healthy fear, of course, not being scared of your parents, but knowing that, you know, I gotta act a certain type of way and talk a certain type of way around my parents. You know, if you're doing whatever around your parents, then I feel like you gonna do whatever around anybody in the world. You know what I'm saying?
On that, yeah.
So I definitely feel like there's a lack of respect for authority that exists in this generation. That's mind-boggling, honestly.
It's scary.
That's how I feel, which is very scary. You know,
because it's hard to see like where the future will go, because like kids are like backing down for like 9 to 5s.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
They don't want to do that. Everybody want to be a TikToker, and I can't say nothing. Look what I'm doing right now.
Oh my god! But it's but it's not no like anybody cannot do this though.
Right. Oh, I appreciate that.
But like people can post some. You know, it's a cringe to me when people just post like half of their face and they go viral. I'm like, bro, like what is this?
No effort.
Like no effort.
Yeah.
Like when I see people wear like baggy clothes, like this swag is off, and I don't know. That's just a cringe for me. I just feel like you don't really have to try to go viral on like those things, and people get validated, sponsorship endorsement, where people like who actually put in effort, who actually have skill, get left behind. You know what I mean? But I don't know where the future's going.
Right.
It's kind of crazy.
Hey, the people that actually have the talent, we just gotta work harder. That's
work harder,
you know
for sure.
What I'm saying? To get to
long term, not short term.
For sure. For sure. All right, so my last topic for you today is about the City of Memphis versus Tyre Nichols' family. Okay, so as most people probably know, or you know should know, Tyre Nichols was killed during a traffic stop in Memphis. Was it like a year ago now?
I think it was like.
It's been like a year, and then you know, brutally assaulted by I think 8 police officers. I should have wrote this down.
Was it 8?
Done my research.
I thought it was 5.
It was a lot. It was because it was some during the first stop.
Oh, and then on the second stop.
Then the second stop.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. So, yes, terrible situation. Okay.
Condolences.
Yes, definitely to the family, to everybody. So recently they're in the blogs because the City of Memphis and the police chief CJ Davis has filed a motion to dismiss the civil suit filed by Tyre's mother and his family's estate.
Right.
So unapologetically Memphis reported that the suit was filed because Nichols' estate believes the police chief CJ Davis was wrongfully hired after being a part of the Red Dog unit in Atlanta. And Red Dog stood for
I know it's like
I should have wrote this down. I'm terrible.
I know it's like get all drug dealers off the street, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Getting all the drug dealers off the streets of Georgia, I think. So, yeah, she was a part of that unit. And basically that unit was known for kind of going in, like, black communities, predominantly black communities, and really, like, being aggressive with the people that were in the community. You know, not necessarily stopping drug dealers, you know, which was supposed to be the purpose of their, you know, unit. So it was shut down. With that being said, they also felt like the police officers that were a part of the Scorpion unit here in Memphis were trained kind of similarly to the Red Dog unit, and they weren't trained properly to care for the community, okay, and to actually be of service to the community. So yeah, that's why the lawsuit was filed, and so the city of Memphis is trying to stop that now. Yeah, so what are your thoughts? Do you think that the family, first of all, too, I didn't say this, but the lawsuit was for $550 million.
Dang.
Yeah. So,
a citizen paying for like their salaries, for sure the family shouldn't work again. But $550 million is a lot of money, bro. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
What do you think? I'm asking you, what do you think? Cause I don't know. I just feel like this is a healthy topic. I don't want to say the wrong thing.
I do feel that. Yeah, it's a touchy topic too. I don't know. I just kind of feel like, should the city pay? I definitely think they should. I don't think the city of Memphis has $550 million.
How much you think they bring in a year?
I mean, I know we bringing in some money, you know, because even stuff like the Grizzlies, and now we have another Showboats, you know, I don't forget what type of team that is, but it's some type of team.
Right.
And then the Redbirds, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of attractions that bring, and then there's a lot of smaller cities around Memphis that really bring people to the city, you know? So I know that the city has some money, but I don't know if we have $550 million.
And then that
money too is also still coming out of, you know, the citizens' pocket, because it's coming, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know that the city of Memphis has that type of money for real. And our taxes is gonna skyrocket.
Man, it's gonna go crazy.
You know, so.
But
I do think they should pay.
You think they should pay?
I do. I don't know if they should pay $550 because like I said, I don't think the city has that.
So how much you think that case is worth?
I don't know.
It's hard to say.
I don't want to put I don't want to put an amount, but they definitely deserve some millions. Definitely justice for Tyree. I hope that things go well when the court case actually starts, though. You know.
For sure. I wish the best of luck for real.
Definitely. And it's just a terrible situation, all in all. You know, I hate to see the whole situation.
Right.
You know, it's terrible.
Were you in Memphis when that happened?
I was.
What was the city like?
And you know what's crazy? Because I was at work. I was teaching that day. And so when it happened, you know, I saw it blowing up on social media, you know, and people just kept talking about it's really terrible because they hadn't released the video at that point, you know. So they just kept talking about how terrible it was and how, you know, they were going to release the video later that night because everybody needs to know, and how, like, I think they shut down the schools early that day. I'm so serious. Yes, because they were expecting,
preparing for like protests
yes,
and
they were
rioting.
expecting people to protest, and they were expecting for things to get really bad, which they did, you know. So yeah, it was kind of scary, and I just remember all the teachers when we were passing the hallway were like, you know, what's going on, like, you know. So yeah, it was very scary, definitely, but I didn't know the full extent, you know, until I got home and really was able to sit down and read what was happening. But I definitely remember that day.
Do you think rioting, protesting, do you think that's a good positive solution for the causes of like tragic situations?
I think when you protest, you should have demands that you want met when you protest. Don't protest just to be protesting or rioting or looting or whatever. You know, that don't solve nothing. But when you're protesting, you need to have some demands that you want met. And yes, we're going to be out here every day. Until
I don't know about every day. People got paid bills though.
Okay, then come after work.
Come after work is crazy.
Yes, that's real dedication. The people that really want change, they're going to come with some demands, and they're going to work around their schedule to get done.
You know, I really think...
But to answer your question, if you're going to protest, I feel like protest with a purpose. You know?
With a purpose,
yes,
for sure.
Have some demands that you want met. Don't just be out there when the news people come to you and put a mic in your face and you like,
I'm mad. I'm upset. We want justice.
You know, like,
For
that's
sure.
not solving it. Yes, we want justice, but what do we want fixed? Like,
Exactly,
we want to see some police reform. We want to see, you know, things put in place so that we know that police officers are trained properly. You know, like, have some demands. Don't just be looking crazy out there, you know, because that's going to happen.
But some of these protests be lasting like 2 days, which is not productive.
I mean, if in 2 days they get their demands met, then it was productive. But that's, again, they protested with the purpose, so they got their demands met. They got to go, you know, so yeah.
Yeah.
But alright, so that was all for today.
That was good.
First of all, I want to give a shout out to the hat that I wore today, PYDPY. Pay yourself, don't play yourself. Shout out to my girl, Jari.
fire.
Okay. But also thank you to my guest Dan. I appreciate you so much for coming.
I'm looking this one.
Whichever, you know,
okay.
you know. But tell the people where they can follow you on social media so they can see your documentary series.
You can follow me on Instagram at _Dan75. If you're interested in weird looks, it's _weird looks with the S. You know what I'm saying? Follow your boy, support me. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
Support Kayla for sure. Gonna blow up one day.
Your YouTube.
Oh,
you gotta
YouTube?
shout everything out.
But, you know, I changed my YouTube to Weird Looks, so it's hard to find it.
Okay.
But if you follow me on Instagram, you can click the link in my bio and it leads you to my YouTube. So
yeah. All right, and also follow my social media pages. My main page is at _the THE Makayla MAKAYLADD.
follow the podcast page.
Period. And follow the podcast page at Makayla D Report.
For sure. Don't get hacked good time.
I know. I put the what is it called? 2-strand authentication. I put that on both pages and stuff.
Good,
so
good.
I think we're in the door. But yes, make sure that you follow both of our pages, and also make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, like the video,
subscribe.
Up, okay. Yeah, and stay tuned. I'll see you guys in my next video next week.
Deuces.